I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. Today we are going to look at what hidden truths you need to face right now. And I want to thank my community for allowing me to use this spread. This is the spread here. It's called In Vino Veritas, in Aqua Sanitas. In wine there is truth, and in water there is sanity or health. This is a spread that was created, I think, last year. And I've used it on my channel before, and a lot of people liked it. So I'm bringing it back. And as you may have read on the spread, this is a spread that was made for oracle cards. So this reading is going to be oracle cards only. Normally when I do pick a card reading with oracle cards only, the oracle cards that you see in front of you are the ones that I will be using normally, but this time around for this reading, the oracle cards that you see will only be used in the representative group, but there is going to be another oracle deck that is on the site that will appear in all three groups, that will give us more information, more guidance. Whatever will come up will come up. But yeah, In Vino Veritas, in Aqua Sanitas. Why this name? Because someone discovered that when someone is drunk or had too much wine, they start to speak the truth. They don't know how to hide anymore the truth, or they cannot lie anymore. So that's why you saw on the thread that there were grapes. And in Aqua Sanitas, well, water is healthy. It keeps you sane. But this is not the aspect that we are going to look at this time. So this is going to be a timeless reading. So whenever you find this video, I hope there is going to be a message for you that will help you out. But how can you choose your group? You can choose your group based on the color of the dice: red, white, yellow, the number 1, 2, or 3, or based on the oracle cards that I'm going to show you, or the crystals that I'm going to show you afterwards. You can also go to the description and see the timestamp. Maybe you have there a lucky number of you, your date of birth, or a number that you're seeing often, and this could indicate to you which group or groups to take. Of course, after I've shown you the groups and the crystals, I will be leaving you for 1 minute so that you can meditate upon the cards and the crystals or the dice or the color. And after the 1 minute meditation, I will be playing a different tune on my guitar so that you can choose your group or groups based on what you hear. If the tone resonates with you, if it strikes you out the most from the other two tones. And I'm going to play like this, that I play the tune for group 1 first, then for group 2, then for group 3, then it repeats 1, 2, and 3, so you hear each tone twice, so that you can really take your time. Of course, you can always go back and hear the tune more times. You can also meditate more. You are free to do whatever you want to do. Maybe you are even drawn to more than one of the groups because there are messages in different groups that you need to hear. You know the best which group or groups you need to take. So let's get started with knowing the groups. Pile number 1, you have the starseed oracle to show you a random card so that you know more or less how the deck looks like. With artwork, we have here the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light. Love that this card came up as someone that is connected to Mintaka. Then you have this quartz here that I don't know what type of quartz it is. It's not the clear quartz, as you can see. I call it the lemon quartz because it has this lemony attitude to it. If you press lemon, you see that it is not clear like water. It has this type of thing, so let's call this the lemon quartz, even if it's maybe not. Pile number 2, you have the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. The artwork looks more or less like this. And your card, and the deck is going to be in Spanish, but don't worry, I'm going to translate everything. And this card here says, you have created this situation and you are the one that has the power to transform it. This part here underneath I will not be translating because we don't need this for today. Your crystal is this garnet. So pile number 3, you have the magical spell cards. Your random card to see the artwork is number 26. True love, come to me. True love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. Your crystal is this labradorite. So I'm going to leave you now for 1 minute to meditate upon the cards, the crystals, the colors and the dices, or the tone. And I will be seeing you at your piles. See you later! Hi pile number 1, you chose the Starseed Oracle, the Lemon Quartz, the number 1 or the tune that you heard in the Clairaudiant portion, and this is going to be your reading. So let's show you the spread again that I will be using. So card 1 and 2 are the hidden truths you must face, and card 3 and 4 are messages to help you deal with this certain truth. And I don't know if you can see this, but here card 2 and 4, it's the shadow card. This is another way of saying the back of the deck. Oopsala. So let's get started with shuffling. So I hope you're doing well. I've been excited to do this reading for some time. Because it's quite interesting what comes up. Okay, please spirit guides, what hidden truths does pile number 1 need to face? Please spirit guides, what hidden truths does pile number 1 need to face? Please spirit guides, what hidden truths does pile number 1 need to face? And the back of the card is this one. So please spirit guides, a message to help them to deal with this truth. A message, and this one here. So let's see. The hidden truths you need to face is we have messenger, and at the back of the deck we have earth pulsing. So messenger says serious energy, bring harmony and balance. And then we have earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. So pile number 1, the hidden truth that you need to face is that there is for you the need to bring balance and harmony into your life. To slow down, take some time in nature, that you as nature has a time for when you need to take action and a time where you need to pause. It's not always all about I have to work and work yourself to the bone, as an example, and never rest or play or have fun. You need to have both things into your life to be in perfect balance and harmony. And if you pay attention to nature, you see that the trees are not always blooming, they are not always green. Of course, if you have the 4 seasons. Because if you are at a place where there's evergreen, then this will not apply. But here in the northern hemisphere, it's October, so it's fall time. The trees are, well, because it is quite warm still, the trees are not yet losing their leaves, but when fall comes, the trees loses their leaves because they need to. They are going to take a break because they don't need to work or be awake all throughout the year. They go take a break over winter, they lose their leaves. They do that so that they can recharge, they can rejuvenate, and in spring, when the time is right, they will come back to life. They will awaken, they will give new they will grow new leaves, new flowers, a new time to be them again. And they cannot do that all the time. Sometimes they need to rest. And the same goes for us as human beings. we cannot always be 100% always working, doing things, creating new things. There is a time where we also need to rest, do nothing, to rejuvenate, to process what has happened, to be in the dark. Because when we are in the dark, like seeds, it's not that there's nothing happening. There is something happening within that will grow afterwards, that will see the light afterwards when the time is right. It's something that Rebecca Campbell, the author of this deck here, always likes to say, is that there is intelligence within nature and within us too, because we are part of nature. And this intelligence says to the plants when they need to grow, when they need to bloom, and they bloom at the time when it's right for them. The same goes for us. We have a time when we need to bloom, when we need to take action, and there is also a time where we need to rest, to recuperate, to slow down, to take walks in nature, to feel the pulse of the earth that is constantly there. So the hidden truth you need to face, point number 1, is that you need to find balance on when to work and when to rest. That you cannot always be work, because you are going to burn out. Then because you've mostly burned out, you will not have the greatest idea anymore. Your brain is going to be quite foggy. Normally when something appears, you need to have the brain to think of a solution, because you've worked so much and you have not rested. Your brain is not going to be able to work a solution in that time, and you are going to beat yourself up. Oh no, normally I'm this person that if something comes up, I'm the person that always has the answer to how to solve this, but I can't do this anymore. My brain is not working. It's because you didn't take time for you to rest. Point number 1. You need to rest so that you can work hard again. If you only work, your body, your mental state, and of course this also will affect your emotional and your spiritual state, is not going to work anymore correctly as they used to, so you will not be able to work as efficiently as you have been. So there is a need for you to balance, bring harmony into your life, to slow down, to take some time in nature. And this is something that you need to face. So on how to deal with the information that you received is star bathing and the 7 star sisters. Interesting that we have here both stars in the card. So star bathing is light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. The 7 star sisters, birthing, creation, tapestry of life, expression. So how to deal with the truth that you are facing right now is star bathing is a practice that Rebecca Campbell wrote in her guidebook, is to at night, when you can go to a place where when the stars are out, of course, go to a place where you can lie down and just look up at the stars, close your eyes, and just receive the codes, the transmission from the stars, the messages that come from the stars. It may be that the transmission is coming from Sirius, because we have here Sirius energy, or the 7 star sisters. This is another way of calling the Pleiades. So it could be that you may receive messages or light codes from the Pleiades or the Series A or B. And this is going to activate something in you, in your light body. That has to do with the crystalline grid of yourself and of Earth. And it may be that this activation has to do with something that you need to create, because here's birthing creations, meaning there will be something that you need to create and birth through you, a way of expressing yourself, a way of living your life. It may be something creative. And you know, as we are talking about this, it reminds me of the artist. The artist will not have all the time an idea of how to create, and will be painting or writing 24/7. There's going to be some point in this moment where they have no ideas, where there's nothing, that they will be sitting at their canvas or at their table with their computer, if they will write, try to birth something, but they cannot, because birthing something takes really a long time. And this hasn't, if you know how women birth their children, they are going through so much in 9 months to first create, to carry this to carry the baby with them for the right time to come out. And the birth process is hard. I never had children myself, so I cannot say, but you have pain, you have contractions, and this is the same as birthing something creative. There will be pain, there will be contractions, there will be times where it doesn't work out, and so on and so off. It's not just rainbow sunshine and roses. So birthing something takes time, and sometimes you need to carry the idea for some time for it to really grow and grow and grow, and when the time's right, it's going to birth through you. So this is a message on how to on how to deal with the hidden truth that you hear right now. So let's go to the oracle card that I have here on the side to get some more information, more help. Whatever will come up will come up. And finally, this is also a deck from Rebecca Campbell, her newest one. So let's see what will come up. So please, spirit guides, what else does pile number 1 need to know that would be helpful to them about this truth? What else does pile number 1 need to know? Okie dokie. Is this everything? Okay, yeah. So at the back of the deck, because here I don't have to take the back of the deck all the time, is immerse yourself. Training, learning, new hobbies, passions. So something that may help you is when you are at the funk, is learning something new. Distracting yourself with something else. It makes you not think about this, what is not working. You are learning something different, you are distracting your mind so that in the background the mind can work out a solution. The seed can grow and grow and grow so that it can be birthed when the time is right. This is also about things that, if you know already about something, maybe it's time for you to immerse yourself a little bit more into it, to learn it on a deeper level, to really dive deep into this new thing or this old thing, to train, to learn, to read upon everything that you can find, to gain more information, because sometimes we only get to the surface level of something and there's so much more hidden underneath. Like divination, there is tarot that you, if you are someone that watches my video, you know that I use the tarot cards, oracle cards, but there is also different types of divination. This tarot cards and oracle cards are just the tip of everything. There are so many other types of divination and so much more depth to them, and where they came from and how it came to be like this, and ways of transforming them as well. For example, let's take my oracle deck here that I have. And this is an oracle deck that I made with messages from songs. I've taken the songs that I found, in this case, this part of the deck, the messages that are encouraging or makes you think about something. So I went to the songs, I've read the lyrics, and I took the parts of the lyrics from the songs that I've found it fitted into what I wanted to create. It's not the whole song that I've written out, it's just a part of it. And my friend, the one that created the spread that I'm using in this reading, when she saw that, she was, oh, that's such a cool idea. And then, because she loves to research different types of divination, those that are not so common, she found the correct term of the form of divination I'm using with my lyrics oracle. It's a divination that's called rhapsodomancy, I think. Let me see if I can. It's a type of divination that I find hard to pronounce. Rhapsodomancy. Here. Rhapsodomancy. Rhapsodomancy is an ancient form of divination performed by choosing through some method a specific passage or poem from which to ascertain information. There were various methods for practicing rhapsodomancy. Sometimes individuals would write several verses or sentences from a poet on multiple pieces of wood, paper, or similar material, shake them together in an urn, and pick one at random. Sometimes they cast dice on a table that was covered with verses. The one which the die landed was said to contain the prediction. So I've made, without even knowing, a form of rhapsodomancy. Through choosing with some specific method a passage from a song on a paper. So, and here I am using a divination I even didn't know existed. I thought I was doing an oracle. I thought this was an oracle. And so I was using oracle as a tool of divination, till the moment my friend said, no, this is rhapsodomancy. You're using a different type of divination that is not known as much. And so I've learned something new. I dive deeper into the practice and found something that I'm passionate about, because I love music, I love songs, and the message that are in the songs. So I combined something I love with something else I love and created something that is unique to myself, because it's the songs that I listen to. And other people, if they do the same thing, they will use songs they listen to. So they create their own deck. It's another creation that came. So, pile number 1, maybe do something else as well. So let's see what else you've got. You've got the Mist. Trust your inner compass, be led from within. This is all about trusting your intuition, the compass from within, the answers from within. I call you my viewers out because you have wisdom within yourself that everyone else has too. So we all are out in a unique way. We have all wisdom. We all have the inner intelligence that Rebecca Campbell always talks about, that leads us to where we need to go, even if we don't see what is in front of us because of the fog here, the mist in this case. Trust your inner compass. It's leading you from within to a certain point. And even if you are not aware that you have this guidance, you have always been guided. Even if you are not aware of it, there has always been a moment where you have been guided. If aware or unaware, you have been guided towards here as well. Somehow, some way, shape or form, you found my channel if you are not one of my friends. So you have been led here as well. In some shape or form, if you understand it or not, you have been led here from within, because you have an inner compass that is guiding you towards where you need to go. You have to trust this, and trust also the process of the truth that you needed to face. Then you also have beneath the surface, what's really driving you? True motives, breaking free. Oh, this one I'm going to read out of the guidebook because I find it really good and I cannot replicate the way of saying this. Beneath the surface, what's really driving you? True motives, breaking free. Often the things that we think we want are not what we really want deep down. Sometimes we go after them because the world has told us we should do certain things or be a certain way, and we don't realize there's a choice. Sometimes we're driven by the need to keep up, be approved of, or fit in. Sometimes we do things just because we've always done them and we can't even see out of the box that's containing us. Sometimes what we're chasing is really chasing us. What is it that you truly want, and why do you want what you truly want? Be honest about it. What are you chasing that's holding you captive? Are you being called to break free of the box that's containing you? What's beneath the surface of what you currently see? What are your true motives deep down? Are you expending energy on things that aren't true inner yearnings? What's really driving your behavior and your desires? It's time to move from confusion to clarity, to question the narrative, realign yourself, and reclaim your life. To open your mind to what it is that you really, truly want, and then reorient yourself toward it. It's safe to change your mind, to step out of the box, to choose a different way of being. Look beneath the Look beneath the surface of your day-to-day life and reflect on what's really driving you and what you really truly want. Freedom always follows, and so does ease and fulfillment. So to meditate upon, to think about it, are the questions: what are you doing that you don't really want to do? What are you doing just because you always have? And all the other questions that came up. But yeah, and how are you able to really find those answers to the question that this card asked you? It's by slowing down, taking time in nature, meditating, maybe meditating with the stars as well, looking deep within you, and you will find the answer. I wish I could end this reading on that note because it was beautiful, if I can't say so myself, but we have some more cards. Birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? We have the 7 star sisters, the Pleiades cards here with birthing creations. So there is something that wants to be created by you, but what is it? Have you been listening to that inner voice talking to you? This whisper, whispering to you, hey, create this. Hey, create this. Do this. Make this. Have you been listening to that whisper? Because that's the whisper that has been guiding you. And you can listen to that whisper if you quiet down, if you slow down, if you take some deep breaths, then you will be able to really hear it, because it's a whisper, and your mental chatter is so loud that you are sometimes not able to hear the whispering. The thing that wants to be created through you, the thing that is deep down within you. Because all of the noise outside. So you need to take out the noise outside, and from the mental part, slow down, taking deep breaths, maybe going to nature, because we connect, when we are in nature, we connect to our own inner nature, to our own inner self, and then we are able to hear those whispers a little bit better. And then you are going to find out what wants to be created through you. There is something that wants to be created through you. So, then we have stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. So, you maybe be feeling stuck, like things are not flowing, not working out as you want, because how you've been doing it may not be how it should be doing, like beneath the surface. Maybe there is a need for you to shift some things, to do things a little bit different, to allow flow into your life. It's like also the path of creation. You cannot always be creating a book 24/7 or always 24/7 paint a new painting. There will be times that you need to take a pause, to find inspiration again, to wait for this seed to come out, to be birthed through. So there is this flow of, okay, now I'm in the flow of creating, but then there is a flow of, oh yeah, it's now I need it's I wanted to I started and speak in German. Now there is a flow for me to take some rest, to do some other things that I'm interested in, to read some books as well, because there's no need to always be the one to create books. There is also a time where I want just to chill out and read a book myself from someone else, and not worry about having to write a book. So you create this flow of when to work, when to not work. Then there are changes that will come up with it. And this will bring the stagnant waters to flow again. To you will be able to flow again. Your energy will flow again. Things are going to be much at ease and fulfillment like we had in the beneath the surface. So pile number 1, there is a need for you to bring harmony and balance, to slow down, to take some time in nature, because there is something that wants to be birthed through you. But there is a need for some things to change, to shift, to follow the guidance from within you, to be able to create what wants to be created at the time that is right for it to be created through you. So pile number 1, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that this could help you. I wish you all the best. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 2, you chose the Archangel Michael Oracle, the Garnet, the group number 2, the tune that you heard, and this is going to be your reading. So let me explain again with the spread how this is going to work. Card 1 and 2 are the cards that talk about the hidden truths you need to face. Card 3 and 4 are messages to help you deal with that truth. And if you, I don't know if you can see this, but card 2 and 4, there's called Shadow card. This is basically just the back of the deck, a way to call the back of the deck. And so this is going to be your, how this is going to work. So let's get started. I hope you've been doing well. Let's see how this is going to look like. Yeah, no. I'm just shuffling the cards. I don't want any answers yet. I didn't even ask the question. So please break out, what hidden truths does pile number 2 need to face? What hidden truths does pile number 2 need to face? So please break out, what message to help pile number 2 deal with it? Quite fast. So let's take a look at what hidden truths you need to face. 1 and 2. The first card says, este es el objetivo de su vida. This is the purpose of your life. And here says, admita la verdad que le concierne y obre en consecuencia. Admit the truth that concerns you and open up to the consequences from it. So meaning pile number 2 that the truth that you need to face is that this, what you are doing, is the purpose of your life. There is no grand thing of, what is my purpose in my life? There is no need to search for the purpose of your life, because you are already living the purpose of your life. That's the truth. That's the hard truth that you need to face and admit the truth. I'm working, I am doing my purpose too. I'm living my life. I'm being myself. I am Athina. this is the life that I've chose to do, to have. The experiences that I am experiencing is the purpose of why I came here. My soul decided to come here to incarnate as Athena because there were experiences that I could experience only through being born in this body, in this family, at this time and age. And that's all. If you have been worrying about what your purpose in life is, this is the purpose of your life. You are here experiencing the human life as yourself, right here, right now. Even if this sounds like, but this sucks. Yeah, I know. This sucks. This is true. But there is, because I'm saying this now because I've been watching the podcasts lately these days. There was a podcast that was being recommended to me on YouTube. It's the film version of the podcast that was talking about life after death with Matthias de Stefano. Interestingly enough, and appears that he was born and raised in Argentina, where you speak Spanish and the cards are in Spanish, so fits perfectly. No, but this was recommended to me and I was like, oh cool, what is there after death? So I personally, I knew more or less that we will go into the spirit realm and do something there, but I didn't know what exactly, how this is going to be, because I am here on Earth, I am a human, I forgot everything that concerns the other dimensions, because a human brain is not able to comprehend this. And I started watching it and I was like, man, my head was exploding, and I was realizing things that I didn't even realize to begin with. It was a lot to process, and even I still don't understand everything that Matthias de Stefano said. But after that, there were other videos where he was guest in the podcast, and out of curiosity, I watched those two and what he talked about, because he remembers his past lives from the times of Atlantis. So he said it was like 12,000 years ago. And I was like, wow, okay. And he was talking about the purpose of life and other things. And that we are part of one. And the one thing is the universe, the spirit, God, whatever you believe in. That we are part of it. An expression of it. Like, he explained it like this, that we were one thing. But one thing cannot expand. Because there are so many things to do and to experience, that one thing cannot experience all of those things in all of those different scenarios. So that one thing divided itself. And divided itself. And divided itself. And it divided and divided and divided. And we are now one tiny part of this one whole thing, here to experience different things, because the one thing that the beginning of all wanted to expand and learn things that it could not learn by being just one. So it needed to divide itself so much, so that it could experience all different kinds of emotions, all different kinds of situations, all different kinds of things. This sounds like crazy. It's totally different and you may not agree with me, but that is just one thing. I'm now being reminded of what a dear reader that I like to that I follow as well here on YouTube, and as well as I listen to her podcast, is Chloe Taylor. And she said that your soul had a dream and your life is it. So your soul dreamed of this life, of this moment, of the things that you're doing, because it is helping it expand and learn through those situations, through the expressions of your emotions. And the consequences that come from your choices that you are making is part of the whole process of your life. This is the objective of your life. To work on something that you love, that you like, even if it's just as a hobby, because you chose to work a 9 to 5, have this certain creative project as a hobby, maybe as a side thing, then having a family, if you want to have a family, being in a partnership, having those friends around you because you wanted to experience that. And I also mean those experiences that suck, because if I could, I would not have decided to go through bullying, to being isolated by my peers, to be laughed at. I would not have chosen this because it sucks. But there was a reason why I've had to go through that. If I didn't go through that, I would not be as compassionate as I am now. I would not know how it is to feel when someone says something and be laughed at, because they cannot comprehend you. So what I've learned from this is to be compassionate towards someone else, to not laugh at what they are saying, because I know how it feels to be laughed at by those things. So I went through that so that I could now listen and really listen and hear and see the other person for who they are and what they are trying to communicate. There are so many people that when they are wanting to tell something, they say, please don't laugh at me, I know it sounds crazy. And then they talk to me about something and I was there's nothing to laugh about. It was pretty normal. That is something you went through. That is something that happens. Of course, there are some times that you're going to tell me a funny story and I'm going to laugh because it's something silly, like, oh no, you don't know what happened. So it was one of those days. I've bumped into the cup. The cup spilled the water on my documents. The documents were really important and they are now mush and not readable. So I had to print everything again, but the printer just went poof and didn't work out. So I and someone else were trying to fix the printer, and we were complaining about the printer that always never works and always has a problem. And then we were being silly and making jokes about it. It was so funny. And now that I am saying this example, it doesn't sound funny at all, but you know, hopefully what I'm trying to say. But this is life. There are things that are going to suck. There are things that are going to be funny to laugh at. And this is the consequences of your life that happened. Maybe if it interests you, and you want to know more about this thing, maybe watch the podcast with Life After Death, with Matthias De Stefano, because he talked about that our life is a consequence. I cannot explain this because I have not the knowledge or the remembrance of those times past in me, so that I cannot exactly say what the consequence really is. But he could. So if you want to watch this and get your mind blown away, be my guest. But this is life. Your life is the purpose of your life. There is no really magic in it. It's just plain boring human life. And according to Matthias De Stefano, the life in the other realms, because in the other realms you know already everything, is what he said. In the fifth dimension, you know everything, what the purpose of the things are, and so on and so forth. So you cannot be surprised because you know everything. And this is something that we here in the 3D don't have. We don't know everything. We don't know why certain things are happening, and that's the fun part of the life, according to him. So, but it's true. If you, let's say Christmas or birthdays, if you knew what you would get as a present, it would not be this exciting anymore. Like, oh yeah, I know that you are going to give me this advent calendar with chocolate, if you are a child. Or my friend, she's cute, because I'm going away in November. I will be spending 7 weeks in Brazil. So you're the first that is going to hear this. But I'm going to spend 7 weeks in Brazil, so I will not be able to film anything. Because no one there knows what I do. Because some of them, they are a little bit more close-minded. And religion there is so anchored that it's difficult to talk about this and not be shunned as this is voodoo, ba 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 ba. Even if it's not, voodoo is magic, quite different. I don't know about it, but either way. So I will not be able to film there. I'm going to just experience life in Brazil and learn Portuguese a little bit better. And whatever happens there, it's what I'm going to experience, and that's my life. So, because I am going away, I will not be here in throughout December. So my friend said to me, okay, I know I should not tell you because it should have been a surprise, but I cannot contain myself. So I'm going to tell you this. Before you go, I'm going to give you a present, because I found this and I thought this would suit you. And she found an advent calendar. Well, you can open all the doors till Christmas, that has different stones, like different crystals. Each day has a different crystal, so I will be having 24 crystals, let's say. And she could not contain herself and said, yo, look, I know you're not going to be here, but I want to give this to you before you go. So she already told me what my surprise is going to be like. So now I can have the excitement. Oh yeah, I'm going to have the crystals. Or I'm going to be disappointed and my friend forgot about it and she's not going to buy it anymore. But I have the excitement of getting 24 crystals. Or there's this, I don't know what I'm getting, because no one told me what I was getting. So, oh cool, this this thing. I don't know what it is. Let's open it up and be surprised of what is there. It reminds me of the, let me get the deck. Just, it reminds me of this card in the Affirmators deck. Let me see, where is the card that I'm searching for? Where is the card that I am talking about? Where is the card I am talking about? Here it is. Good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is just right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. The same goes for this life. You don't need to know what is going to happen in the future, because you will remember how fun it is to be surprised. And in the fifth dimension, you cannot be surprised because you already know everything that is going to happen, and everything, and all the functions and purposes of everything. So the surprise is non-existent there. So there is a need for us to appreciate, even if some things here in the 3D suck as hell. Let us appreciate that we can be surprised here in the 3D, and afterwards, when we are in the 5D, there is no way we are going to be surprised anymore. So let's see. I've been talking myself here into a thing, and we even haven't seen what message is there to help you through the truth. Now I am trying to talk about. I was schön, by the way, means beautiful in German. I've been doing this in part number 1 too, where I just forgot that I need to talk in English and said something in German. So, a message to help you deal with the truth is: trabaja de energía curativa and esta situación está ya arreglada. Okay. Working with healing energies, and this situation is already resolved. So, how to deal with the truth is working with healing energies. This can be like anything. One of the ways are Reiki. Then there are other modalities in energy healing. Crystal healing is one of those, as I was talking about crystals. So you can find someone that works with you through Reiki so that you can find the balance again, align yourself again with your truth, and knowing that the situation is already resolved. Because the future is already set in stone. as the 5D us or higher self is in the 5D. So our of higher self knows already that the situation is already solved, that the answer will come at the time when it is right. So there is no need to worry. Just relaxing. Maybe do some energy healing to help you relax, to calm down, so that you can experience the life and the purpose of your life that is just you being you. It sounds easier than it's done. But yeah. Well, what can we say? Reiki, you can get it from a plethora of people, myself included. I have some Reiki videos and more to come in the future. Then there are other people that do Reiki healing on YouTube. You could even go and get yourself a private session with someone and pay them to do the Reiki healing, because the Reiki healing most of the time in the videos are for the collective, so it will work as well individually, but also with the collective theme of the video that the purpose is of. And maybe you don't need to work on what is it, on your self-worth, because you know that you're worthy and enough for everything. Maybe you need to work on your courage, on your on your courage to have the courage to just live your life and do the things that you want to do. Yeah, so different, maybe there are videos already about that stuff and I'm just talking shit. But yeah, you can work with someone, maybe use the videos that I have for now, or maybe chime in the next few months, because I'm sure that in November or December, maybe even January, I'm going to upload some more Reiki healing, so that I have so that I can uphold my uploading schedule even if I'm gone. Because YouTube will, if I don't upload for 7 weeks, it's going to be a harsh way to fight the algorithm to find people to watch my videos again. So there is something that needs to be done even if I'm gone. So I'm going to upload Reiki videos and other types of videos, so that YouTube doesn't kill my channel. But yeah, let's go to the other oracle deck that I have here to get some more information, other messages for you right now, and that can maybe help you better. Or give more information. Oh, whatever will come up. So please, Spirit guides, what else should pile number 2 know? What else could be of help for pile number 2 right now? Yay! Is there anything else for pile number 2 that they need to know that would be helpful? Any other? Come up. Everything, good. So let me hoppa. So yeah, and sorry. Before we go into the other thing, what I remembered, something that I find quite interesting is in spirituality. It doesn't even have to be spirituality, but in this community we are in with divination and so on and so forth, people always talk about your purpose in life, and that your purpose is this and that and whatever. And I'm sorry to say this, I know they don't mean harm. I'm going to get more haters, but I find that some of this could even put more pressure on everything, on someone else. There are so many people, myself included, that have a low self-esteem, that don't have courage enough, and then they are faced with your purpose of life, and this is like this grand thing, and you are scared. Am I even doing this right now? Am I doing the purpose of my life? Is what I'm working on my purpose? And they start to get into this state of worrying constantly about their purpose in life and what they need to do, and if they are even doing the right thing. And now they are in a frenzy, sorry, maybe it's not even the correct word, but they are now in this frenzy of, shit, what am I doing? Is this my purpose of life? And they are spiraling down and not seeing that the purpose of their life is just living their life. It's just being them and doing what they are doing now. And if they don't like what they're doing now, doing something else that they may like. That's the purpose of life. You want to be a writer? Then go be a writer. If you have no courage, then start small. Make like a little short story and upload it on the internet. There are so many ways to upload short stories, and see what people are going to say. See if you find the people that are going to like how you write and your style of writing, and build upon that. Like, you write a short story, then you write the next short story and upload this, and you are going to gain some followers and people that are going to like this. And then you can tackle on that book that you want to create. Then you tackle that book and bring it out. You don't even have to, apparently, you don't even have to have an editor or a publisher. Appears that you could even publish your book through Amazon, and they print the book if someone buys the book, meaning you can put your book on Amazon, and when someone buys it, they're going to print and send it to the person that bought it, like the way you wanted it to be. I'm not sure if this is true. It's something that I've heard. But the people that started to follow you, that like your writing style, you can afterwards tell them, hey guys, I wrote this book. If you like my writing style, maybe you can buy the book and read something longer. It's different from the short stories. I tried something new, and those people that genuinely like your writing style are going to buy the book. Maybe they are going to as well as recommend the book to someone else. Someone else will get to know that you are writing those things. And hey, you will never know if somehow, some way, shape or form, this book is going to end up at a publishing place and you will get that contract with the publisher. You will never know if you don't try. So that's just purpose. Just live your life. Don't worry about, am I doing the right thing? Yeah, you are doing. Am I on the right path? Yes, you are. Even if it doesn't feel like it, you are. So now I just wanted to let that out as well, because I was like, in the tarot community, there are so many people that worry about, is this the right path? Is this the right college? Is this the right major? And honestly, I don't know. Go to college. Go study that major. See, do you like it? If no, then change your major. It's what I did as well. When I found tarot and divination and spirituality, it was 2020. It was in the year 2020, and I was in college to be a primary teacher. But because I was not self-aware at that time, I was doing something that I didn't like, that I had no fun. And after I've learned about doing things that you love and that you have fun, I started to question, am I really having fun here? And then there was no. Then I asked my guides for a sign, and they confirmed it. I was not doing something that was fun, that I didn't, something that I had fun of doing. So I quit, but I had to go through it to realize that I didn't like, as well as my friend that I met last week. She said that she would like to see if she could major in mathematics, because she learned that she was quite good at mathematics when she was doing something in school after she finished her apprenticeship. You can, here in Switzerland, you can go to school to get a diploma, and that diploma can help you access college. And with something else to do, you can also doing something else with the diploma, going to more courses and things like this. You can even access university. And so she was like, I don't know if I'm going to like the major mathematics, if I'm even, because the mathematics I did for this diploma was easy. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the mathematics in university. And I was, look here, from my experience, you know that I tried to study to be a primary teacher. And I had to try it to see if I liked it or not. And I saw, hey, I didn't like it, so I quit. And now I'm trying to do something else. The same is for you. You're not going to lose something just because you're trying. Hey, at least you have tried and you saw that it didn't work out. And this is not going to open this pathway of thoughts of regret, of what if I had tried this? What if I had done this? What would happen? What would be now? Then you have the open questions with no answer because you haven't tried it. But having the courage to try it and see, this is the answer. Okay, this is not for me. Okay, closed, up onto the next. You will not have this open thing anymore because you saw it didn't work out. You closed the door. You are looking for something else that you like, that you love, that you could spend hours of doing. Then there is no way of wasting your time in thinking, what if? Because you tried it and saw, you got the answer. There is no what ifs anymore, so you can focus on something else and not focus on the what ifs. Ooh, I got passionate. So now really to the cards. You have Atlantis, as I was talking about Matthias de Stefan, who that remembers his past life in Atlantis. Here we have Atlantis. Keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. That one I'm going to read out of the guidebook because it's something I haven't had for myself or in any other readings I use this deck, so don't know what it is about. But thank goodness I have a guidebook. So let's learn together. Atlantis. In his writing, the ancient Greek philosopher Plato described the great civilization called Atlantis, whose island home in the Atlantic Ocean was a marvel of architecture. Its capital city was made up of a series of concentric circles separated by moats of water, and at its center was a temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. The Atlanteans were a highly advanced people who were very much tapped into and connected with the energy of the universe. They also harness the power of water and air in their technologies and practices. Perhaps this is where their tremendous psychic and magical abilities for manifesting their great visions into the physical came from. Eventually, Atlantis' growth got out of hand and its people became greedy and disrespectful. A series of earthquakes caused the island to sink to the bottom of the ocean, and for millennia people have been captivated by the legend of this lost civilization. Ooh, goosebumps. This card is one of huge visions and promises. You have the potential to create great things in the world. However, it comes with a warning to stay in alignment when you grow, to create rather than produce. Don't get addicted to growth. Instead, stay true to your mission and inner calling. Sorry. I got my saliva in the wrong pipe. Something to meditate upon, reflect upon are the questions. What are you being called to create? How can you focus on creating rather than producing? How can you stay in alignment as you grow? Somehow this fits perfectly with what I said with pile number 1. Pile number 1 had a little bit of trouble of having to work and not finding the balance of when to stop, because this is how producing works. You work, produce, but you're not creating anymore because you are constantly creating, but not from a place of creation, but a place of you need to have this and that now and here, instead of waiting for the inner calling to say, now I can create, and now this is going to be birthed through me. Then we have the waterfall, inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. This is one I'm going to read up. Then we have the wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care. Take a breath. This is a card about. The wellspring is a card about taking a break, listening to what your body needs right now, what it is thirsty for. Does it need more water? Do you need to drink water? Is it saying, hey, I'm thirsty, I need some water? Does it say that I need some protein? Do you need to eat some eggs to get the protein that is missing? Or does your body need to stretch, to move, to do some workout, to go on a walk? What is it that your body needs right now? What is the thirst of your body right now trying to tell you? If it is to take some rest, is it to take a breather, at the fresh air? What is your body trying to communicate to you? What does it need right now? Then we have cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune up, new beginnings. This is a card about letting go of the old things, of old way of being, of old way of thinking, of old things in life, cleansing it from you on an energetic level, maybe even, so that a new way of being can come in. The new you can emerge. Then we have wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. This is also one I'm going to read out of the guidebook. Then we have pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. Yeah, be the dolphins. Have some fun. Life is also about having just fun. It's okay to have fun. You don't have to always produce. You don't always have to create. You can also have just fun. When you are going to, when you are going to meet your friends and going to have dinner, you're not going to constantly think about, what is my purpose of life? I need to be more self-aware, I need to heal those trauma things. No, you're just going to have fun with your friends and to eat some yummy food. Life is also about that. It's about the balance of, yeah, need to heal, but also need to have some fun. Because then life would be boring if you didn't allow yourself to have some fun in between. It's when you literally are dead inside. It's what I perceive from myself when I've done things that I had no fun in doing. Like the time when I was in college, I was doing things for college. I was watching stuff that didn't fulfill me, that didn't make me happy, because I didn't know what would make me happy, but I didn't have the awareness, oh, this doesn't make me happy. I thought it was making me happy. It was something that I was constantly doing, but after I became self-aware, when I tried to understand how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, I realized, the things don't make fun. And now I've even talked with my friend, the one that is going to give me the crystal, hopefully, for Christmas. She asked me, hey, I didn't hear about the thing anymore, because I'm trying to enter college to learn languages, to be a translator, but I haven't been learning because it's not something that I find pleasure in. It's like I lost the spark and the passion of it. And she realized I was not talking as much with fun and excitement as I used to. And she asked, is this even currently on your plate? And I was, yeah, I'm not sure. I've been reflecting a little bit, and I'm not sure if this is something for me, if I'm going to really have fun with it. But when I talked about my channel, that I really love doing this, that I have fun, that I'm excited, that I come back to life when I am filming, she said, yeah, I can see that you are really having fun with it, the way you are speaking of it. And she was like encouraging me to continue doing this as a hobby. And I said, yeah, it would be even cool if I could live from this, because I have fun doing this. And she was, yeah, maybe you can in the future. Now it's maybe just a hobby and something you do on the side, but if you keep growing, maybe you can grow some roots in it, and maybe you will be able to live from it. So that's I lost my train of thoughts. Why was I talking about having fun? I think because you need to have some fun in your life as well, and be the dolphin, because the dolphin, if you pay attention when you are around them, I heard, because I haven't seen any dolphins personally in this life, only through the television, but not personally, like face to face. And it says that they have this fun and energetic and playful energy to them. So be the dolphin, have some playful energy to you. Then we have Mother of the Salt Waters. Passion, white love, open your heart, let love in. This one I'm going to read out of the guidebook too. And then we have Let It Go. Release the past, forgive, soften, move forward. Do this when you find that you are ready. Because when you're not ready to release the past, to forgive, to soften up and move forward, there's going to be resistance to it on releasing the past. So when you find that you are ready, now your inner self, your intuition is telling you, now I can release the past, now I can forgive, now I can soften up, now I can move forward, now I can let it go. It's when you are ready to release the past and forgive yourself and someone else, if it is someone else, then you can do this. But don't force yourself to let go and to release and forgive. Do this when you are ready to do that. So we have waterfall, the wishing well. I'm just trying to highlight the ones that I need to read out of the guidebook so that I know and didn't forget. So 3 cards I'm going to read out of the guidebook. So the waterfall. The waterfall is a place of power, incredible force, and activation. The previously calm, embracing waters of the running river gather momentum and then hurl themselves wholeheartedly toward their destiny. With wild abandon and great confidence, they leap into the unknown. Perhaps this explains why being near a waterfall is such an empowering experience. We feel the pounding energy of the waters deep within us. This card is all about embracing the power within, stepping forth and claiming your place. You've been working for this for a very long time. You've done the time. How can you embrace this moment and take your position as a leader in your life? The waterfall beacons you forth toward your empowerment, to consider what you'd do if you truly felt empowered. It encouraged you to step more fully into your confidence, to receive the pounding thunder of falling water as your encouragement and your applause. Soul inquiry, something to meditate upon, to reflect upon, is the question: what would you do if you felt empowered and confident? Then we have the wishing well. The wishing well. It said that in ancient times women would sing and whisper into wells, believing that the water would carry their messages from one corner of the world to another. This may sound like something from a children's fable. I hope I pronounced that correct. But in fact, several scientific researchers have theorized that water can be imbued with energy from our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Wishing wells are found all over the world, and they mirror to us the great reverence held by our ancestors for Earth's fresh waters. Greek mythology says that the tradition of wishing wells began through the practice of throwing coins into a sacred well of the warrior Amphiaraus, who was a renowned oracle. The wishing well is a wonderful card that carries with it great blessings, gifts, and fulfilled wishes. When it appears in a spread, it's a sign that things are happening and that the realization of your dreams is likely to occur. Of course, any creation requires embodiment and action, so it's not a sign to stop moving toward your dreams in practical ways. Rather, it offers deep encouragement to keep going and to trust that all the groundwork you've already put in place is working. It can also be a sign that helpful people are coming into your life to support you in creating your heart's deepest desires. Then we have here healing a water's affirmation. I don't know why I'm pronouncing things so strangely. But it says here, the affirmations is: I receive all of the gifts that life has to offer me with an open heart and an open mind. I'm surrounded by kind, helpful people. Things are working out for me. I'm living my heart's deepest, most daring prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then to the mother of the solid waters. Let me drink some water because my throat is dry. So Mother of the salt waters. The ocean's unknowable, untamable, vast beauty has beguiled humans since time began, and numerous deities are associated with her salt waters. From the Greek goddess Amphitrite, wife of the sea god Poseidon, to Yemaya, West Africa's queen of the sea, and from Doris, the Greek goddess of fertility and the abundance of the ocean, to Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love and beauty, who was born out of sea foam. The ocean is a symbol of the feminine mysteries, love, beauty, and great passion. This card delivers with it a message of love as deep as the ocean, and passion as intense as the deepest blue sea. It's an invitation to welcome the feminine qualities within you and to really let yourself dream. It's an invitation to see the beauty all around you and to let love in. It could indicate that great love is on the horizon, or that a new passion is drawing near. The mother of the salt waters could be a sign that new love or new relationships are about to enter your life. Or if they are already here, perhaps you're being called to open your heart and be even more embracing and loving. If you're facing conflict, how can you soften your heart while remaining true to yourself? How can you embrace the people in your life? How can you trust more and welcome the holding and support? Something to reflect upon are those questions, and the question also, how can you let more love into your life? Oh, and this is on the page 111. That's nice. And while I was reading the guidebook, when it was talking about love as deep as the ocean, somehow something in my head went on and the music started to play, where it says love you as deep as the ocean. I don't know. Let me Google this one. It's 7 JK lyrics. It's the song by Jungkook from BTS, his solo song 7. And there is, I think here, where he says, I don't know if this is relevant, but it reminded me of that, so I'm going to read it. It's, you love me, you love when I jump right in. All of me I'm offering, show you what devotion is, deeper than the ocean is. Wind it back, I take it slow, leave you with that afterglow. Show you what devotion is, deeper than the ocean is. So, yeah, don't know, maybe you liked it, you like that song, maybe you know that song. It has had quite a few rewards on MTV, I think. So it's Jungkook with Feet Lato, so it's both. So maybe the song is something for you. Maybe there's another message in that song for you. I don't know. Could it be that it was a message from the loved ones? That maybe, because it said about in the Mothers of the Sea, of the Salt Waters, let love in. So maybe a love relationship. Since that song came up, I'm going to do something different. Normally I would have ended this reading already, but let's but if there is a new love coming in, let's get a message from that person, if they are already in your life or not, because I can't And I will do this, even if it not really fits into the reading, but hey, why not do something different? Just go with the flow. So please, spirit guides, what message does this loving person for pile number 2 have for them? Do they have a message for pile number 2, their future love, interest, the future love relationship, or their current? Well, appears, yeah. At the back of the deck we have Incondicional by Luan Santana. It means unconditional by Luan Santana. Eu vou pedir ao sol para iluminar nosso caminho. I will ask the sun to illuminate our path e todas as estrelas para enfeitar nosso destino, and all the stars to decorate our destiny. Me leve onde for, segure a minha mão. Take me wherever you want, hold my hand, pois sei que você vai ser a minha direção. Because I know that you are going to be my direction. I love this this part of my deck. I am a romantic, so I simp through those messages. So we have here Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye. I hope I pronounced the names correctly. Oh no darling, no wind, no rain, all winter's cold, can't stop me baby. No, no baby, cause you are my love. If you ever in trouble, I be there on the double, just send for me. Knowing that this person, if you need something, they are going to be there for you. Then we have Dear Sputnik by TXT. Even if this is not a love song, I loved this message, so I just took it. Our orbits are finally overlapping. We met like it was a miracle. Ooh. This is something I was not expecting on doing in this type of reading, but I'm having fun, and that's the thing, and maybe it was needed. So I was guided, I've remembered it, I saw it, I did it. Then we have Middle of My World by 77 Bombay Street. You're in the middle of my world, almost too perfect, but it's alright. You're the middle of my world. I am blinded by your light. Ooh. The person is going to find you so nice, and your light is so shining bright. They are blinded by your inner light. I love it. Then we have a rap song, Swiss German. It's called Romeo and Julia by Blick. Wir zwei sind cooler als. We two are cooler als Romeo and Julia. We are cooler than Romeo and Julia. Ich blieb bei dir wie ein Tattoo am Arm. I will stay with you like a tattoo on the arm. Mir gönnt es end, nicht bringt uns auseinander. We are going till the end. Nothing is going to separate us. Ooh. Yeah, well, as soon as you don't have a tragedy in your love story, then of course everyone is cooler than Romeo and Julia. Sorry, Romeo and Julia, but it's true. Then we have See Nice, Luan Santana. It means sign, signal, some like this, but it's more of a sign. Sinais me ajudaram a perceber que o meu caminho é você. Signs helped me perceive that my path was you. E ninguém no mundo. E você e ninguém no mundo vai fazer eu me sentir de novo assim. And no one in this world will make me feel like this again. Whoo! That is some deep love there, pile number 2. Hoi! I'm loving it. Then we have La La Land by 77 Bombay Street. Never thought that I'd find someone who can read my mind and who can love me through good and bad times. Aww. You are going to be there for each other through the good and bad times. That's so sweet. Then we have Christmas Tree by V from BTS. So I'll tell you a million tiny things that you have never known. It all gets tangled up inside. And I'll tell you a million little reasons I'm falling for your eyes. I just want to be where you are. Oh. I'm simping. Oh, sorry. I'm being silly, but I'm loving it. Then we have Super Amor, Luan Santana, Super Love. Just translating it. Eu já desafiei a lei da gravidade. I challenged the law of gravity. Já voei sem asas para te procurar. I flew without wings to search for you. Tenho radar no peito batendo de saudade. I have a radar in my chest, beating with beating with the feeling of something is missing. É o meu coração querendo te encontrar. It's my heart wanting to find you. So this is for those that are in separation, that you may not have met each other yet, but deep down within you, you both know that you are going to meet each other. And it maybe if it is a soulmate, someone that you had a connection in a past life, you are missing that person, but you know that you are going to find each other in this life. And so your hearts are wanting to meet each other. And I'm losing my voice. Last but not least, we have You Make Me Up, because the song, it's literally You Make Me, and then you have the I don't know what this is. What is this called? The symbol here, it's by Amadeus. It's a Japanese group, but this song is in English. Somehow you put the magic on me. You make me wanna hold you tight tonight. Oh baby, baby, I think I fell in love with you, baby. Yeah, there is a lot of baby. So pile number 2. This ended on a really lighter mode. I was not expecting this, but I had fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope that it could help, that it helped you too. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I wish you all the best, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! At pile number 3, you chose the magical spell cards, the labradorite, the yellow color, the number 3, or the tune that you heard, and this is going to be your reading about what truths you need to face. I can speak. So here is again the spread that I will be using, so that you know the first and second card are hidden truths you must face, and the third and fourth card are messages to help you deal with those truths. And if you can see, I'm not sure, now the card number 2 and card number 4, you see here shadow card. This is the back of the deck. And just another way of saying this. So let's get started. I hope you have been doing well. I've taken a break after doing pile 1 and 2. It was quite exhausting energetically. So Now with fresh air, yes, and fresh energy for you, pile number 3, let's go and get those messages. So please, spirit guides, what hidden truths does pile number 3 need to face? Please, spirit guides, what hidden truths does pile number 3 need to face? What hidden truths does pile number 3 need to face? What hidden truths does pile number 3 need to face? What hidden truths? And the shadow card. A message for pile number 3 to deal with those hidden truths. A message for pile number 3 to deal with those hidden truths. Please, spirit guides. A message for pile number 3 so that they can deal with those hidden truths. A message for pile number 3 so that they can deal with and the back of the deck. So, pile number 3, the hidden truths you need to face has to do with health and friendship. So it states here in the cards, Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your health and might. And in friendship, bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter, understanding too. So since those two cards are together, I presume that the hidden truth you need to face is that you need to look at your friendships. And if you are having healthy friendships, where the friendships are true, where you share, where you laugh, and when you understand each other. Because if you have a friend that doesn't understand you, when you, for example, set a certain boundary because you don't like something, or it is something that is important for you that should not be overstepped, a friend should be understanding towards that boundary and not overstep it. Of course, there are times when we put new boundaries in because we evolve and we are not the same person as we were yesterday. So it also needs some time for those friends to adapt to those new boundaries that you have. But if they keep overstepping it, even if you've told them many times over that you don't like this, or if they are not understanding of those boundaries that you put in to have healthy friendships, then you may reconsider if you truly want to have them in your life. And I know this is hard. I have a friendship that I had no boundaries whatsoever, and this is my childhood friend that I'm talking about, and I've known her for 20 years. We went to kindergarten together, and after I went through my spiritual awakening, my healing journey, my self-worth journey, and I've been working towards myself, I've realized that our friendship is not built upon boundaries. And I also learned about her through colors, about things that I don't like. So I've understood that, and I explained to them that I'm not the same person anymore, that there will be things when I will say no to because I don't like them, because I want to protect my energy. So I was hoping for my friends to understand me. Some of them did, and my childhood friend said she did too, but there were still some times where she overstepped the boundaries. And what I've learned from that is, for me to have a healthy friendship with her, is for me to love her from a distance and not meet up her many times in a year. because we have common friends, so most of the time we meet up as a group, and I cannot always say no and not show up in those group settings, because some of them I also see rarely. So I've just put in for myself the boundary for myself to meet only on occasions when I find from the bottom of my heart and from my intuition it's okay to meet up. And when I go, I am guarded. I have my boundaries put on. I know what I need to do and what I don't need to do. And for example, what I don't need, something that I should not do is talk about myself, because I know that she would gossip about me to others behind my back and tell others what I do, even if I'm not there to say it myself. So what I stopped doing is talking about what I do and how my life is going. I just say the bare minimum so that the others also know just the bare minimum. So this is how I figured out more or less how to have a healthy friendship. And if it is meant to break completely out of this as well, I will accept this, because the universe and my guides thought this cannot go on. So we need to remove the person out of your life. And this could even mean that because you are worried about so many things, this also can how do you say this, affect your health, since you are constantly worrying about something, maybe getting anxious of it. The anxiety, the constant anxiety and worry, the energies can affect the body. And I'm talking about experience, because I am, and I come from a lineage of people that deal with anxiety. And when I've been stressed out and had anxiety, I would get nauseous, and it would affect my stomach to the point where I got, I hope it's the same name in English, gastritis. So I got sick. I had to take medication to get better, but this affected my health in a way that I am now more sensitive to what I consume. So I cannot eat and drink all the things that I did in the past, because I got gastritis twice. And my doctor said at the second time that I got it, that if I get it a third time, I need to do a special procedure. And I don't want to do that. Believe me, I don't want to do that. So I am paying attention that I stay calm and collected, and I do things that benefit my health. Like, I'm not sure if you have are following me on Instagram, but when last week I went 2 times to walk in nature, and I always took a picture of the forest where I was walking, because it was a commitment that I am trying to do for my health, because walking in nature helps me ground myself. It also helps me tune into my intuition and get messages if messages are need to come through. I do say that it's also really calming, because I will live in the city. So when I am in the forest, I'm listening to podcasts, and it's really calm, and I do this for myself, and it improved me in the way that I'm more grounded. I am calm, I have this inner peace, and nothing really can shake it up, except for big things, but luckily nothing big happened. So pay attention to your health. Your health can be affected. Moreover, I am now getting it is as well. That pay attention to your body. How does your body react when you are around certain people? Your body is the best indicator to know if someone is for you and if someone is not for you. For example, when I am around people that the energy just doesn't go well, the vibe is just not there, I turn to be more introverted and I don't speak a lot at all. Most of the time, only when I am asked about something. I tend to stick with those that I am comfortable with, but this is also has to do with me being introverted. But there is just the intuition and the inner knowing and the body reacting to who you should trust and who you should not trust. And I always call my viewers out, because you have the inner wisdom within you to know what you need to do, and you have the answers to everything. I'm just here to confirm those messages to you. Because sometimes we don't trust ourselves, and I do this with myself. So I sometimes also don't trust myself enough, and this is something I should work on. And I also go to my YouTube readers that I watch, those collective readings, to get confirmation of what I have been feeling all the time, and those that I trust always get me right. So I always get the confirmation of my own inner intuition and wisdom. So how to deal with that is fertility and passion. Well, this is something I did not expect. The fertility. Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. And passion, rise up high. Inflame my purpose, reach the sky. So I don't think this has anything to do with you need to deal your friendships with passion and fertility in the physical sense. It's more of a energetic sense. I'm feeling more this has to do with something creative, a creative outlet, because creativity and creative ideas, you could say, they come from a place of well, it's the void, because we have here the root, seed, and sprout. We have the connection to the plants, and a plant, it comes from a seed, and the seed is down in the earth, and if you go down into earth, you don't see nothing. It's dark, it's a dark place, but the earth is a fertile, has minerals and water and everything the seed needs to grow and sprout and take root. So the ideas, the creative ideas, also come from a place of the void, when we are in a state of, we don't know what to do, there's no ideas coming, but there is something in the dark growing. It's just that we don't see it, and it will pop out when the time's right. And then let new life be all about. So new life will start. It may be a new beginning that you are going to go through if you do this creative idea that comes from a place of passion. You are passionate about this. You will gain new life even within yourself. Like, for example, I've been feeling a little bit on the inside. I have been a little bit dead because I'm a person, because of my fire signs, my big 3 fire signs. I'm a person that without passion, I'm dead. I'm dead inside. So I've been trying to figure out what I'm passionate about and live my life of those passion. And one of the passions that I have is this channel. And I've been figuring out what else can I do to feel passionate all about, because I cannot film every day 4 hours. I would burn out, and I sometimes need a break from doing readings so that I can energetically recharge myself, so that I can channel and deliver the messages that you need for your own confirmation. And through the times when I am not able to film, I feel that because I'm not doing what I'm passionate about. I'm not creating the things that I want to create, that the ideas have formed and sprouted. So there is a need for me to find something else. And the something else that I found is writing. I am trying to start writing again. I did this in the past, but somehow I've lost it through bad habits and my insecurities as well. So it's not just only bad habits, also insecurities. So I'm trying to step by step get back into writing. My dream is to write a book, a fantasy story that I've come up with, but I lost a little bit of the passion and the excitement of writing. So I'm going back to the roots, how I began writing. And how I began writing was through fan fictions. So I got the idea of going back and starting writing fan fictions again and upload to see what people say, and also getting crucial information on how I can improve so that I can use that knowledge to write my book that I want to write. So, and with that, one part of my passion and fertility is coming back, so that I can do writing when I'm not filming, and I'm feeling alive. Because only through those things, when I'm passionate about something and excited about something, is when I truly feel that I am alive and glad that I am here. That went to a little bit dark, but maybe you are someone else that needs fertility through ideas and passion to really fully live and be happy and excited about it. Of course, there will be some times where passion is not always going to be there. Then it's when the discipline kicks in. But at the end of the day, I think that the passion will come if you continuously work towards the thing. And what else that I have figured out is through passion and fertility. This may not apply to everyone, but maybe you had a passionate night and you were quite fertile that night, and well, congratulations, you may be pregnant. This is something that came through, but not for everyone, just a small portion. The other portion is more on the creative side of the passion, the fertility and passion, and the other is really physical in the sense of being pregnant. Yeah. That's it from these oracle decks. Then now to the next. to the other oracle deck that I have here to get some more information or the guidance, whatever you need to hear right now, also concerning truths you need to face. Well, basically anything else that Spirit wants to share with you. And we were talking about birth. What are you being called to create? So then. Okay, but just a second. I've heard the Rose Oracle. Before I start with that Oracle, I should pick up the Rose Oracle. There are some messages for you in the other deck here. I was not expecting this, but I'm listening to my intuition and what the guides are saying. But it makes sense. We had the connection with the root, seed, and sprout, so why not the rose? And I'm not talking about the Korean bat. Okay. Then let's start with this deck first, and then go to the other that I had initially prepared. But yeah, let's go. What does this pile number 3 needs to know? What messages are there for pile number 3? Any guidance about the truths they need to face? Is this everything? Okay. So, then at the back of the deck we have after the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. This talks about that after the storm, after the rain, there is the silver lining. It's a moment of relief, of hope, that everything's going to get better and that the worst is over. To accept what you've learned through it, because it needed to happen for a reason. Most of the time we will not realize what and why we had to go through this, but in the future, maybe 2 years from now or 3 years from now, when you reflect back on it, you will see why certain things needed to happen. It's like I've needed to go to school. I had the dream of being a primary teacher, or for a reason. I studied in college for 1 year, and it was also the year where I got into spirituality and so on. But if I hadn't chosen that path of wanting to be a primary school teacher, I would not have met 2 of my closest friends that really support myself and what I do, because I've met them only through that. So if I haven't been there, I would not have met them. And I wouldn't have had as much fun as I have now, and experienced different things that I would normally not have been able to experience. Like with one of the friends, she introduced me to K-pop with another person, an acquaintance, and we went to the Rose concert in Switzerland at the jazz festival in Montreux. It's the French-speaking part of Switzerland. I live in the German-speaking part. So I would not have experienced going on a small trip with friends and the concert and found a band that I would like the music of. And next year, me and that friend and the other one, we are going to another concert of a Korean act called Eric Nam. So even though I'm not a fan of his and I don't know any songs of him, I'm just going there for the experience. And most of the time you get to know really an artist in their concerts and stages and performance. And so I'm going there to really see if I vibe with it or not, and maybe get to have one more person to listen to music. So know that the hardest times now is over, that now you can let out a sigh to know that it's over. Now hope and relief are there, and now you can see the silver lining at the horizon again. So then we have Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. Sophia is a Greek word and means wisdom. So we had this with the owl when I talked about wisdom. You have wisdom within, you have the intelligence of the universe within, because you are the universe. We all are part of it, one expression of it. So we have the connection to it, but humanity just forgot about this. But it's there, it always has been. We may have not known it or really perceived it. So divine plan and destiny, it means that there are, I think it means, I'm not sure. I always forget sometimes the meanings of the cards. But this was all part of the plan. There was something that you needed to learn from this, part of the destiny and the divine plan, to gain knowledge and wisdom, and know that this was all part of a greater plan. And then we have release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. So there is a transformation happening to you now, pile number 3. All things are now time for you to shed, like the petals of the rose or the leaves of the trees. I didn't even notice that I was rhyming. But things are changing now. Transformation is coming, changes are there, all things are dying so that the new can emerge and be birthed through. So a new rebirth is what you are going through, pile number 3. That is nice to see. I should maybe stop rhyming. But I'm not controlling it. And then we also have health, soreness of the soul, unseen help, support, community. This one I'm going to read out of the guidebook because I haven't seen this card often. Then we also have the second bloom, a second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. This talks about that there are some plants and some flowers that are granted a second bloom, that they bloom at the time where normally they should not bloom again, because they are out of season. But sometimes those miracles happen because the intelligence within those flowers told them it's now time to bloom, so they bloomed, and it's their second bloom. In your case, you're going to get a second chance to do something. There are the potential of new possibilities that are going to open up for you, and you need to know it's never too late to grab the possibilities that you may have let go of in the past and regretted it. It will come up again when it's meant to be in your life and you reject it at first, but it really is meant to be in your life. It will come again. So it's not too late to grab that possibility now and have this second chance. So now on to reading health. Health. When times are turbulent, to keep ourselves steady, we need something to hold on to. Well, after the rain, huh? When things are crumbling around us, we must find something we can count on that won't budge. Deep roots to hold us steady when the winds of change come blowing. A supportive community around us. And I was listening, I've heard when I was saying something we can count on, I was listening to Bruno Mars' Count on Me. So there are friends around you that you can count on to get support and help from. Because I'm still hearing, you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know that I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. So a friendship is something that go both ways. You help the other and the other helps you. There needs to be a balance between the two of you. And through that song Count on Me by Bruno Mars, you know that you can count on that person, that they count because they know they can count on you, so you can count on them too. When we leave home, we must find something to hold us. When our lover leaves, we must find something to hold us. When the job ends, we must find something to hold us. When our parents die, we must find something to hold us. When we think there's nothing holding us, it's an invitation to find new, supportive ground. This is where we can discover the sureness of the soil, the holding of the roots, and reach out to our community for extra holding. We were never meant to grow on this earth alone. Sometimes life rips from us what we cling to the most, or perhaps we cling to it for we can feel the cycles of change coming. Yet in the darkness of our longest, darkest night, we discover that in the empty spaces that we can be reached and held the most. It's in these that we discover a holding that we didn't know before. And we discover that what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. You're being called to trust that the Great Mother has got you, to trust in the sureness of her soil, to trust the process of what's unfolding, and that you are not going through this alone. Oof, I was on the brink of shedding some tears because the message was beautiful. And I felt that on a deep level. So something maybe to meditate upon for you, pile number 3, are the questions. How can you call in more support in your life? And what's holding you right now? So now, to the actual oracle card that I wanted to use. First, let's see. What else does pile number 3 need to know? What other messages are there for pile number 3 spirit? Any other guidance? Anything else they need to know about the truths they need to face? Oops. Any other messages for pile number 3? Anything else they need to know? Any other guidance? Anything else to help them face the truths? Okay, this is everything. At the back of the deck we have Gentle Force, Consistency, Persistence, Patience, The Long Game. So this one I'm going to read out of the guidebook. Same as held from the Rose Oracle. Haven't seen this card much. So bear with me. Gentle Force. Here. Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials, from stone and rock to cliffs and mountains. In fact, water is responsible for crafting most of the stunning landscapes of this world. We can learn a lot from water in this regard, how consistent action, day after day, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, can create steady, lasting change. A hexstone is a stone with a naturally occurring hole through it caused by water erosion. I hope I pronounced this correctly. For the Celtic people, they were good omens and were thought to offer protection. So many people give up before they begin to see results, but deep-rooted change takes time. The most magnificent creations require committed crafting. We all have passions, but what most people don't do is commit to these things and master them. We are all beginners of something. The great masters, musicians, and artists of history were too. Commit to your passions. Throw yourself into what you most long to create. Commit to showing up day after day. Small steps taken consistently make a world of difference. If you commit to your creations with grounded daily action, in a week or a decade from now, you'll be blown away by what you've created. There's no rush. Consistency is the key. Be like the drop of water on that hagstone. Play the long game. Don't burn out before you really begin. Be patient and keep showing up. More to reflect upon is the question, how can you show up with more consistency to what you're longing to create? Well, this card just completely summarized fertility and passion. Nice that it came up again. Now to the other cards that came out. We have cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. Well, yeah. You certainly are releasing some old things, some old way of being, some old pattern maybe as well. You may have also been cleansing your energy from those old things, and your energy is getting tuned up. Those old things are falling away, and this because you are releasing the old, as we have here in Release the Petals. New beginnings are about to happen to you, pile number 3. Then we also have King Tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. So you are on that King Tide. This is a moment where the tide is really big and has a force to it. And because there is plenty of it, there is prosperity lying beyond. And you are receiving the fullness of life. So you are receiving this wave behind you that is going to help you move forward. It's like you are the surfer, and this King Tide is behind you, and you are going to take that ride to come faster into the goal that you are wanting to go. So it's like the universe is supporting you through this pathway and showing you that you have plenty, that there is enough for everyone, because on that big wave there can be more than one surfer. So you are not taking away anything from anyone else. They can ride with you. So prosperity is lying ahead of you, pile number 3. You are receiving the fullness of the life. You are getting the energy is helping you move you towards your destiny, basically. Faster, because you are getting that wind from the back, pushing you towards it with more ease. Then we also have Cosmic Ocean. Oops. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. So, the new beginnings from Cosmic Ocean and cleansing are totally different. Here you are letting go of something old so that something new can come in. But it's more on an energetic level, it's within you. So you are releasing some old ways of being so that new ways of being can emerge. And this Cosmic Ocean is a different way of new beginnings that I confess have forgotten what it is, but guidebook are here to help me. That's why they are a guidebook. So let me read from the Cosmic Ocean. What are futures in the creation stories of countless cultures across the globe, perhaps more so than any other natural substance or mystery? Echoing through these symbolic narratives about the birth of the world is the notion that everything originated from water. Many creation myths speak of life arising from primordial waters, or the great cosmic ocean. The Rig Veda, the oldest Indian sacred text, states that creation began within the darkness where all was an unrecognizable salty ocean. And to the ancient Babylonians of Mesopotamia, in the beginning there was both salty waters and sweet water, which merged to create the gods. In many creation myths, transformation and emergence occur in the places where natural elements overlap. While Celtic mythology doesn't have a specific creation story, there is the fable of Ioka, a white mare born from the foam where the sea met the land before time began. This card is one of promise, hope, and new beginnings. What dreams are making their way into your consciousness? What is it that you are dedicated to creating? While the manifestation may not be immediate, time will bring things to fruition. Trust in the whispering dreams of your destiny. Just as the new beginnings of a stream may one day flow into the vast ocean, something new is beckoning to be born. So dare deep and wide. Dream your future into reality. To reflect on the question as well, what's the biggest dream you have that even you are yet to admit to? And I've been hearing that I should read King Tide. Well, so I will heed that message and read it. King Tide. An especially high tide that occurs several times a year when the moon is either new or full and is closest to the earth in its monthly orbit. The king tide swells the waters of the world. The king tide is a time of plenty and abundance. It's a time when everything seems to be at its fullest and most alive. This card delivers a message of receiving all that you've created, of opening yourself up to truly enjoy the bounty of where you are while it's here. Like in summer, when the days are at their longest and our energy seems to be at its fullest, we're encouraged to embrace all of life with open arms, to receive wholly and fully while we can. Perhaps you've been working towards this moment for a very long time. This is your reminder to enjoy it while it's here, to welcome all that knocks on your door, to experience all that life has to offer for you right now. This is the card of full blooming flowers and the season of summer. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, lie on the soft grass, and take in a view. I wanted to say on the sofa, but okay, maybe you are lying on the sofa. Do what you love and what makes you most do what you love and what makes you come most alive. Relish everything about this moment. What you're longing for is ready for you to embrace it. Be ready to receive. To meditate upon the questions, what have you been working toward? How can you open yourself up to receiving it more fully now while it's here? And we were talking about that, doing something that makes you come alive. So keep on doing that. It may take some time and you need to be sometimes a little bit more patient. But things are going to turn out for the greater for you, pile number 3. So pile number 3, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that this could help you. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. I wish you all the best and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!